Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the last video for this year for Healing Earth. We're 131 Homestead Road, and we're going to walk you through the progress we made this summer and the plans that we have for next year, inshallah. This area walking down here will be the established road or little driveway to the house. For the summer, we stayed in that area in the RV, and we had some tents that were up, but because we're leaving, we've taken the tents down, and we're all packed up and about to head to Saudi Arabia. If you look over there, we'll get closer later, but you can see 3 white tanks. That's for the micro-irrigation system for the trees and the bushes that we planted this year. See a car going by. That's Route 39. Now you see this fire pit here. Originally we were camped out in this area, but the winds were too strong, so we moved down to the area below. Future plans are for this area here, we'll have a little store stand, so when people come for the pick your own, they can, get their baskets and, let us know what they want, and then they can go pick. Down in front of us, this is the area that's going to be the pick your own. And as I pan out here, this will be the grazing area for the sheep. As right here, we'll have a walapini, which is an underground greenhouse. After that, we'll have a barn, and then another walapini. And then you see the swing set and water tank, and that's going to be the courtyard area of our house. Inshallah. Okay, so we're going to walk down towards the future house area. Like I said earlier, this area right here will be a walapini, inshallah, and then we'll have a barn right after that little crop of bushes there. Out here is the grazing land for the sheep, inshallah. Then we'll have this still would be the barn area. And then right up here, probably where this dirt patch is, we'd start the next walapini. The intended size of the walapini is about 12 feet by 44 feet and 10 feet deep. Now you can see, hopefully you can, there's a little marker there with some flagging tape on it. Inshallah, this will be the outside perimeter of the wall. Okay, our house design is a little bit different. We'll have a perimeter wall that's 210 feet north to south and east to west. So here's one marker, out there is another marker, on the other side of the tank is a marker, and over there is a marker. So the area inside the perimeter wall will be 1 acre. At each of the corners of the square, we'll have, inshallah, a round house. So we'll have 4 round houses. Our water tank here is a 1,650 gallon tank, and this supplies our water for the summer. Inshallah, we'll have a rain catchment system on the roof of the houses and the outside perimeter wall roof. Here's the swing set that we built for the children this summer. Inshallah, we'll just have to finish it when we come back next year. Inshallah, we plan to have some swings and a picnic area, benches, a platform, lookout tower, a rope climb in the back. There they have their little balance beam, one with a round telephone pole and the other with squared timber. And as you can see over here, here's the other marker where the wall would be. So we had one wall back there, and this is the eastern wall. Right there, still the grazing land for the sheep. And I'm going to walk you to the edge of our property. This is the 28-acre section. We have another section that's 23 acres, but right now we're just going to show you the 28-acre section because that's all we worked on this summer. Inshallah, next year we'll probably get over there and start doing some work. Alhamdulillah, when we first got here, there was a drought. And since we've been here, alhamdulillah, it's been raining, quite a bit. Not rains that we're used to like in Pennsylvania, where we're originally from, but definitely more than we've experienced in Saudi Arabia. Here's a little cactus. And it's totally changed the landscape. This was really yellow and brown, but now as you can see, we have grass. Not real lush, thick grass, but we do have grass. There again, the grazing land for the sheep. And you can see a fence that's there. And our boundary is right before that. There was a mistake made by the previous owner when he divided the land between his brothers. And but alhamdulillah, was very close. He was only a couple feet off when he split the land up. But we had a surveyor come up, and he gave us the exact boundaries of the 28-acre section and for the 23-acre section. This here section that I was driving on this summer, but it will be fixed. We won't be driving here anymore. We'll just use the established roads of coming into the compound area, and then there'll be an outside perimeter like area for walking and for horse riding and things like that. Now our property actually ends where this flagging tape is on this red marker. Okay, so it's all the way down below there. There's a composting bin, and all the way out there to the highway. There's some flagging tape out there. So we'll walk straight down here to the other end so you can see some more of the property. Now the neighbors that we have, alhamdulillah, are really nice people. Family name is Mahoney, and they came out to visit us today. And basically, they said we buy the fencing material, and they'll provide the labor. They'll put it up. I tried to put up some barbed wire fence, and it's a very difficult job, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So alhamdulillah, I was very thankful for that. So Justin and Sean, I appreciate your help, and I guess I'll see you guys in the spring when we put that fence up. Now the Mahoney family, mashallah, they have like about probably 428 acres of land, and they have cattle ranch. But because the weather has been hasn't been any rain, they didn't put any cattle out to pasture. But they say come this spring they will, so we want to get that fence up before they put their cattle out there. So yeah, here we come up to the the end marker for the north section of the property. And our property goes right up to this marker. And all the way out there to where the truck is. It's a straight line out that way. So now we're going to walk down towards the shed, and we're going to get a better look at the trees and the micro-irrigation system. Once again, up the top there is the swing set. And this area back here, we'll be planting our personal crops of, some wheat and, fruits and vegetables that we'll use for ourselves. And we'll plant more trees in this area. We'd like to probably plant about, 200 fruit trees. Some will be for the pick your own, others will be for our own consumption. We're hoping that it'll be a pretty good business, because there's not a pick your own orchard in this county, and in the county adjacent there's Mora County, and they have pick your own raspberries, but that's it, nothing else. So we're hoping it'll be a fruitful business. And alhamdulillah, the people so far have been very interested, and they said this is something that they would enjoy. Now, the first little structure that we have here is a grapevine trellis / clothesline / picnic pavilion. We just try to max out on everything. We have the grapevine, we have some mulch on it, but when the clothes are hanging there, they'll drip a little extra water also. And it's going to be a nice shaded area, inshallah, once the grapes actually trellis up the poles. Now you can see my failed attempt at the barbed wire. It just couldn't get it right. Here's our old fire pit where we would cook sometimes. And here are the trees. We have Santa Rosa plum, Jonathan apples, Fuji apple, Queen Anne cherries, Bing cherry, Stella cherry, Titan, what is that, apricot. I'll walk up here so you can just see. Basically, all the trees have a pinhole in the PVC pipe, and the water comes from that tank, and it goes down the pipeline, and it waters the trees. So that tank there is 275 gallons, and it takes about 7 hours for it to empty out. The smaller tank here is 200 gallons, and it takes about, I think it was about 5 hours to empty out. And then here's the other tank. And the system's really nice, just goes along, comes here. As you can see, the soil's kind of moist, and it just goes down to the next tree, and the mulch helps. Oh, sorry about that. And the mulch helps retain the moisture. Okay, there's our RV and our storage shed. Excuse the trash, but we're leaving, so got to clean up. There's the rest of our wood pile. We got a quarter cord of wood for the summer, and alhamdulillah, that was enough for us. Here we go again. As you can see, the grapes. And you can see in here that the soil is moist. Some more of the property here. Alhamdulillah, we're very fortunate that the maintenance people in the village of Roy have agreed to come out here and to fill our tanks weekly, and take a look and make sure everything is okay, to make sure the property is okay, nobody's messing with everything, and everything is being watered. So they'll water over the trees weekly, and then in the winter they'll do it once a month, and then the spring comes back, they'll be watering them weekly. So I'll walk out the rest of the way to the truck, and that'll be the end of the tour. Now, we planted some bamboo, hopefully it'll spread, and we got some new clumps out of it. Even though the conditions have been, pretty dry, we got some new shoots. There's a new one right there. Now we're heading west, back out towards the gate, to the truck. Now over there in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, I'm not going to zoom in just so you can get a feel for the distance. That's about a mile away, and that's the Weisdorfer family. And the Weisdorfers are actually, that's the family that I bought the property from. Some more property here. This will be some grazing land for the cattle, for the sheep. We were going to have a couple cattle, but we decided against it. We can just get from the neighbors, butcher from the neighbor, and focus on sheep. That's our gate. Got a post there so it doesn't swing all the way, smack into something else. And if you look right across the road there, you'll see some flagging tape. I'll walk over to it. We'll cross over this dirt road. And this is where our property actually ends. So our property actually includes the county road, and it goes up the road here, up to that stop sign, to the highway. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and inshallah, please look for future videos and make dua for us. Assalamu alaikum.